Hello and welcome to TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. I'm Ken Suter, as we got taken down there on the camera, and we are set for semifinal action here at Polo, as the Polo Marcos will take on the Amboy Clippers. As we get set to kick off, I do believe it'll be the Polo Marcos receiving. Trying to fix our camera there. Had a little bit of a issue. Somebody walked by and really messed it up. I do apologize. It happened right as soon as I hit that live button. So that should clear some things up, as the Clippers will take on the Marcos. The 11-0 Amboy Clippers, led by Coach Scott Payne, taking on the 92 Marcos, led by Coach Ted Alston. We'll have quick interview with both of them post-game here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Also, later on in the week, we'll have interviews with both coaches for both games and a quick highlight package for you on the YouTube channel. As here come the Clippers to kick off. 12 on the clock, 1 p.m., perfect starting, perfect weather. Boy, we definitely lucked out for how cold it could have been here in November, coming right when the little hot streak comes in. Set to kick off, it'll be number 14, Rylan McNinch. White and red for the Clippers. Marco is in the blue and gold, looking like the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. And that's the kickoff. It'll go right towards the left side. Picks it up, gets past one, gets past two, spins around and tackled down at the 45, 46-yard line. And that's where they'll start out. 1st and 10 for the Marcos. Get to see their offense for the first time today. Looking down, of course, you have Sotlow as their main quarterback, running back, wide receiver. I'm surprised he doesn't drive the bus as well. He does pretty much everything for him. 1st and 10, going with a little bit wider stance in the shotgun. Looking to hand it off, and they do, and there gets stopped at the line. Ball on the ground, picked up by Amboy on first play fumble, recovered by number 55, Landon Montan. Excuse me. I think that is number 55. We'll see after I watch my little replay machine here. That was indeed picked up by 55, Landon Montan. So, quick change around for the Clippers, and they are going straight to the ball. 1st and 10 for him. Hands it off, and that is tripped up right at the line, and a defensive stop by the Marcos to stop him. Maybe a loss of 1. We'll see. As you can hear, coach right next to us screaming, trying to get back on the ball. They're going to look for a hurry-up offense. This Clippers trying to try and score early. Hands it off, gets past 1, gets past 2, and he goes down the line, has 1 man to beat, and that is a, we'll say down to the 21, and they're right there on that ball again with that hurry-up offense. So they're going to keep on running 1st and 10, I formation. Gets past 1, keeps on moving, slips past the other, and tackled down at the 15-yard line. That is Landon Welchel on the rush. And they'll keep it going, 2nd and 1 at the 15-yard line. And tackled down instantly. That will be tackled down by 17, Brock Sotlow. 3rd and 3 for the Clippers, still in that hurry-up I formation. Looking to pass. He's got 1 man downfield, turns around, has the blockers left side. He's going to try go for it. Slips past 1 and will get the 1st down before he's tackled. Oh, it looked like he got the 1st down. We'll see where they mark him. And they say he marked him about a yard short. So 4th and 1 to start out. Polo's defense stopping the Amboy Clippers so far. Has some nice defensive stands. See if that no huddle will really affect them in the next couple of drives. 10 minutes remaining on the clock, 4th and 1. And now the Clippers will take their time to get set up and get the play in. And they will hand it off and through. 1st and more, close to the end zone. It'll be down at around the 4-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Clippers. 1st and 10, 1st and goal from the 3-yard line. Now here in this press box, we got a perfect view of a fan and a flag stopping me from looking at the scoreboard. So if you do see me try to struggle to figure out what time it is, it's me trying to crane my neck around. Hands the ball off down the middle and in for the touchdown. Landon Welshel on the score, and Amboy on the turnover recovery, able to make it in for 6. Here we go. Scoreboard took a little bit to go, but we'll be set to go for 2 as the Clippers is going to try and make it an 8-0 game to start it out. And they do hand it off and in for the 2-point conversion. So 8-0 to start out. We'll take a quick break and be back here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
I chose the MDH OBGYN group because I've heard wonderful things about Dr. Smith. And upon entering the office, I really got along with everybody and got a warm feeling. The staff is warm and inviting and welcoming. It's a small community, so it's a really nice hospital to have here in the rural area. I continue to choose MDH because of the relationships I have. I really enjoy everybody here.
I chose physical therapy because I knew I wanted to be in the healthcare field. I wanted to be able to help patients in some way related to more in depth. We get to know our patients, and that's really what kind of sets us apart.
And welcome back to TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Looks like tripod might be a little bit broken, so we're going to try our best to get this camera to be straightened up. So we do apologize. We've got everything we can. Set to kick off once again will be the Clippers. 8-0 as the Amboy Clippers lead the Polo Marcos. Set to kick off once again. They go straight back. That is almost lost. Able to pick it up. And, oh, he is just tackled down at the 35-yard line. So the Marcos will get set up, looking for a little bit better plan than a first down fumble than last time. So 1st and 10 for the Marcos. It'll be 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line. It'll be a rush from Sotlow. Maybe a gain of 2. Yep, we'll call it a gain of 2. So 2nd and 8. 8:48 remaining here in this first quarter. We thank you for watching here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. We do have our live chat open like always. So a quick shout out of who you're cheering for, where you're cheering from. Once again, we're try and fix that tripod as soon as we have a little bit of a break. As he gets through for a nice gain, just keeps on chugging. On the rush will be number 22, Delo Fernandez. So about 3rd and 4 upcoming for the Marcos. 8:10 on the clock. So it'll be Sotlow coming back out with Wyatt. Switching in some freshmen. Getting a little bit more size towards that right side. Plack now going to be a little bit of a lead blocker. And he trips himself up as they'll fight for the yardage. I do not believe they're going to get the first, however. And 4th and inches will be the call. Ah, geez. And it looks like we're having internet issues because what else can go wrong today? 4th and 1, we'll try to keep everything close as we can. Hey, there we go. It looks like it's going to hold steady now, I guess. It's going to be a QB sneak, and they go for the brotherly shove, but it's going to be a flag. False start, moving back 5. So it'll be 4th and 6 with 7:09 remaining. So 4th and 6, maybe see a little bit of a pass play here. As the Marcos looking towards coach, they'll switch it out. Noah Dewey into the game. Dewey has had about 7 or 8 touchdowns on the year. He'll go towards that power left look. Screen. And he's going to stand up. He's almost got it. Gets it off. Close. 1 man to beat, and he is short. He's got to be short. The spot, however, is looking towards first down. So first down, Marcos on the pass. A little screen pass out to Landon Brooks. And we're up here in the crow's nest with the coaches. And boy, the Amboy Clippers not liking that call. They thought that spot was way too forward of where he stopped. I'm hard-pressed to disagree, as that is a very close. Very close. They'll give it to him. 1st and 10 for the Marcos, and they'll keep it up through Sotlow. Sotlow carries 3 people on his back as he gets past the 50-yard line into Clipper territory. It'll be about 2nd and 4 from the 49-yard line. Second and 4 for the Marcos. There'll be a keeper, Sotlow, and he's going to be tackled behind the line of scrimmage down to the 50. Loss of 1, so 3rd and 5. Here with 5:15 remaining in the first quarter. It looks like, I believe that is number 75, Wyatt Plack now. Looks like he got cut a little bit on his elbow. They'll wrap that up, make sure that can't bleed through there. 5 minutes remaining, 3rd and 5 to go. Sotlow stays as quarterback. In the shotgun is going to be a keeper to the left. He gets wide through, has 1 man to beat, slows down, tries to stutter step. Tackled down, but not before he gets past the 30 to the 27-yard line, and a first down for the Marcos. So a big run gain for a first down, 4:30 remaining, as the Marcos will continue to push through. Second drive doing much better than the first drive, as the fumble right there on the first play definitely did not help them. Gave Clippers the perfect opportunity and great field position for that run. In for the touchdown. 1st and 10. Sotlow with the ball. Sends a man in motion. He's going to look to pass. Only 1 man downfield, and that is wide out. So on the incompletion, it'll be 2nd and 10. So after the incompletion, it'll be 2nd and 10. They'll stay in that shotgun formation, looking like a power left, and indeed gets past the first defense. A good run for a gain of about 2 or 3. And it'll be 3rd down. Coming back into the game for the Marcos, that is Noah Dewey. You pretty much see the 2 different philosophies and teams. So you got the Marcos taking their time, setting up, while the Clippers are really going for that no huddle, try to get as quick as possible. Looking to pass, fakes off one, and that is incomplete. So 4th down. It'll be 4th and 6. 2nd, 4th down already for the Marcos. We're able to convert on the first. We'll see what they're able to do here. 3:20 remaining. Down at the 24, 25-yard line. Had a few passes already today. One on the screen worked. The other, a long ball streak down the sideline. Just a little bit too much on it. So they'll send 2 men out wide. Wide right. Looking to pass. Gets one defender on him. Launches it, and it is too short. Picked off. Intercepted. That time by number 25. That is Braden Klein. First and 10 for the Clippers. So a pick there on 4th down. I couldn't really do much of anything with it. 3:11. Looking to run. Maybe gets 1 yard on the play. .248 remaining in the first. 8-0 your score. On the handoff. And Welsh didn't get too much anything, maybe a yard. It'll be 3rd and long for the Clippers. And now taking up a little bit more time, instead of going with that no huddle, as the Clippers will get set up 3rd and 8 from the from the 12-yard line. Still stays in the I formation. It's going to be a cut block sweep towards the left. Gets past one, and boy, it's a foot race now as he's pushed out of bounds, but not before he gets the first down. Clippers get a first down. 22 yards on the rush. Stops the clock at 1:56 in the first quarter. So the Clippers will get set up 1st down from the 34-yard line. I formation, double tight. Sets up. It'll be a pass, and they've got 1 man downfield. It's way too short. Pushes him out of the way, catches it. And it is off to the races. 1 man to beat. Salt low down and in for the touchdown. Giant catch there by number 85, Brennan Blaine. And once again, being a major factor for this team, gets him another score. That is 60-something yards. Let me do some math here. 50, 60, 65 yards or so. And set for the 2-point conversion now. Clippers 14, Marcos nothing, with 1:43 remaining. I formation. And that's the same play that got him the first down to set it up, but he can't get it. And it'll be incomplete. 14-0 your score. We'll take a break and be back on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
At Western Illinois University, Leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there is limitless potential. with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a Leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
Working at MDH feels special to me because I'm also from a small community like MDH, and I love to be able to care for communities like this and be able to give them high standards of excellence with medical care as possible. You know, some people like to take more of a medical approach to their care, some people like to take more of a holistic, and I just want to be able to make their plan of care as individualized as possible.
And welcome back to TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. 14-0 after the long touchdown pass by Blaine. Well, reception by Blaine, excuse me. So set to kick off for the third time today are the Clippers. Do believe we finally got that tripod there fixed, as we had time to step out and plug some things around. Kicks it towards the right this time. It is on the ground. Somebody's got to fall on it. Spins around, tackle down at the 30-yard line. And it'll be 1st and 10 for the Marcos with 1:40 remaining. Had a few good chances on the last two drives, but just couldn't get anything to go. A fumble and then a interception on 4th down. 2 takeaways already for this team. 1st and 10. Looks like Saltlow will be continuing as QB. Looks like a player getting stretched out on the field. On the run, right side. He's got a whole line in front of him. Tackled down at the 35-yard line. That'll be a gain of about 4, 2nd and 6 for the Marcos. On the stretch, looks like Fernandez, the senior running back, getting his hamstring stretched out on the side. Excuse me, that is Billy Lowry. It's the 2s and 3s that really just mix me up. I don't know what it is. Guess I'm just getting blind. 2nd and 6, looks to run towards the right side. Gets past 1, tries to get past 2, but he's still up and down. See his tackle behind the line, a loss of about 3 or 4. So, once again, a little bit of a good play and then just one play that's just completely blown up for the Marcos. They'll give them forward progress, so only a loss of about 1. And it'll be a 3rd and 7 for the Marcos. 27 seconds remaining, so this will be the last play of the first quarter. Here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. They'll probably look maybe another pass play quick out towards that right side. Sends a man in motion. They will run. Launches it way downfield. Overshot just about 4 yards ahead of what it could have been a touchdown, but that'll be another 4th down for this Marcos team. So about 7 yards to go from the 34-yard line, trying to get to the 41. And they might want to try and go for a hard count, try to get them off sides, because nothing really else has been helping. This Clippers defense really just showed up from the first play and really worked. Looking to punt now. That's a high snap, and that is a laser beam, as that'll run out to the 1-yard line. Perfect kick. That is pretty much as good of a punt you could ever see. At the end of 1, it is 14-0 as the Clippers will get set out on the 1-yard line. We'll take a break and be back here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
We're always moving. Scratch that. We're always moving forward. But forward can sometimes look a little backwards. Or like circles. Or like nothing at all. But we never stop. We never stop because life never stops. It's hard to stop a train.
Dry needling is where you insert a filiform needle into a muscle, a tendon, a ligament, sometimes a bone, and it promotes blood flow and circulation so that it heals that particular painful area.
And welcome back to TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. 14-0 your score. Oh, it looks like the scoreboard got unplugged. They'll try to get it back in, and they'll hand it off to the far side. Looks like our cameraman Tegan. Oh, man. We have some moving around here. Somebody almost knocked over the camera again. Apologize for that. So, on the second down rush, it'll be 2nd and 6. Hands it off, and boy, he found a hole down the sideline. One man to beat. He's going to get him at the 50 and tackled down past the 50 to the 49, 48-yard line. Another great long rush by this Clippers team. Ooh, I believe that was Welshel again. And 1st and 10. No matter what, it just finds one little opening, finds that little hole, and is able to push all the way through. Welshel with another long run. Had the touchdown earlier in the first quarter. And a switch towards the left side now. Blaine on the rush. And he gets almost a full first down. Oh, we do have an injured player down for the Polo Marcos. That is Gage Leahy. And it looks like maybe either the arm or rib there. He's able to get up and move it off, but still not looking good. First down for the Clippers. They'll switch out a weird little combination now. Spun down by Blaine. Gain of about 2. Monaco on the tackle, and it'll be 2nd and 8. They'll come back with a I formation, back to the normal Jones underneath. Double tight as they'll hand it off. Gets past 1, but Welchel will get a gain of maybe 3. It'll be 3rd and 4. 3rd and 4. Clippers, pretty much everything's been working. Have anything they really want to pull out here for 3rd. We'll see how the Marcos try to change things up defensively. They'll switch over D ends. 3rd and 4 blows right past the first down marker. Another first down for Welshel as he picks up about 9 on the play. Another first down, another just straight rush. Everything's working. A handoff right up the middle. Marcos just aren't really getting enough push on that defensive line. .9:30 on the clock. 20-yard line. Hands it off, and another Welshel run that goes for about 4. Excuse me, they'll give him 6. Can't really see about this point. 9:10 remaining. 2nd and 4. As Welshel continues to run. And it just seems that easy for him when they have a great offensive line like this. Welshel, and he's got 1-man, 2-man. Finally, it comes to take him down. Just short of the line, so it'll be 1st and goal for the Clippers. They're right there, right on that line. About 1 yard. As they get set up, looks like it'll probably be Welshel. And it's going to be a fullback dive in for the touchdown. Amboy gets in for their 3rd touchdown of the day. That is ran in by number 21. That's Quinn Leffelman, the fullback, and they'll go for 2. Set for 2, and they look to pass right side and in for 2. 22-0 your score as the Clippers keep it going against the Marcos here at Polo. 8:34. We'll take a break and be back on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
At Western Illinois University, leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there's limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
MTC Communications is building a high-speed fiber network in our community, and we're putting priority on the areas with the greatest interest. That means we need your input to let us know you want us to build fiber in your area first. Experience the speed and convenience of fiber internet by visiting our special website and registering. Let us know you want fiber internet today and make your voice heard.
And welcome back to TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Ken Suter alongside Tegan Perry on the camera. 22-0 your score, as the Clippers have pretty handily controlled the game so far, offensively and defensively, as tackled down on the kickoff about the 38, 39-yard line is where the Marcos will get set up. Looking to change something offensively. Nothing really going for them. Had that long 4th down screenplay, but that was about the highlight so far for them. You know, most of their runs have been with Sotlo towards the left or right, nothing up the middle. So we'll see what the Marcos will cook up. Amboy Clippers just need to really continue what they've been doing. It's working so far. And they'll get set up. Same formation. Power right. Sotlo. And Solo's looking upfield, and he can't find anything as he is tackled down. A gain of 1. Lion has the ball. They're going to say that he wasn't a fumble. It was down before he got it back out. So 2nd and 9 as Coach talks down, getting the play in. And they'll look, same formation. Nothing changed for the Clippers. And they'll look to pass down the sideline, and boy, it is out. And one player's looking for a pass interference, but really nothing going. It'll be 3rd and 9. The Marcos did send Plack now on the streak. 3rd and 9. Some more substitutions coming in for the Marcos. As you got Lowry out there with Dewey and Saltlow. It's 3 big players for him. 7:41 remaining in the half. Man in motion. looking to go, and he's going to run for it. Saltlow finds an open hole. He gets past the 50, first down and more. Down past one, past two, down to the 30-yard line before he is pushed out of bounds. And that will be, looks like a little referee player talking to. He pulled out he pulled out the flag waiting for him to say one more thing. They're looking for a late hit towards that out of bounds from a Clipper, and the referee didn't say anything. So when one player ran up to him and talked about, hey, are you going to call this? You going to call this? He just stared at him and said, you want another flag? You want a flag? So a big, long gain for the Marcos. Changes a little bit of momentum. Salo looks to hand it off and gets a nice blocking as he is tackled down almost to first down. We'll see exactly where they mark it. And they'll say first down for the Marcos. So 2 first downs in a row. Big change offensively for him. 7:10 remaining in the half. Trying to get something on the board here for the end of the half. Down 22. Black now back into the game. Now looking towards the power right. And they'll look on the trap. Sends him in, has a nice lead block, gets past one, and not out of bounds. It'll be close, though. They'll stop him at about the 8-yard line or so. 17, excuse me, I can't count. Oh, that's why I talk about sports for a living instead of, math. Second and about 6 to go. Saltlow looking right side, and he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. And we'll see what they go with. Maybe try to hit towards that left side, then hammering the right hole. 3rd and about 7 to go. Clippers defensively have just been doing a great game so far. Had a few hiccups on those long plays, but other than that, pretty much have been able to shore up right after a mistake. So here comes Polo. 5:20 remaining. It's going to be a keeper up the middle, in for the first down. I think so. I think with that forward momentum. And he is short, so it'll be 4th and inches to go. They did try a QB sneak earlier, kind of a Philly Eagles tush-push look. Maybe they go right back towards it here. They do kind of have a size advantage looking at the middle. They'll have Plack now coming in alongside Logan Nelson. Oh, and they're going to go more towards the right. So they'll go normal play instead of a sneak. And it will be a quarterback keeper sneaks through in for the first down. And a little bit more. So Marcos get a first down inside the 10-yard line. So that'll keep the clock rolling here. 4:30 remaining in the half. We'll take a quick halftime break when that comes. Don't forget, after the game, we will have interviews with both coaches, and then later on in the week, we'll have a coach highlight package. Get all the interviews all together for the championship game. And they hand it off on the counter, and he is tackled down, maybe a gain of 1. So defensive line doing a great job for the Clippers. 2nd and goal from, let's look down, about the 9-yard line. And we'll see what they come up with. Switching in multiple players. Keeping new, fresh legs in for the Marcos here at home. Their second home playoff game of the year. I was here 2 weeks ago here as they beat the West Prairie Southeastern Cyclones. Looking to pass. He's going to get past one. Launches it way high, and it is incomplete. He had to break up the interception. That was a rough call to make to launch that one. Almost got his second pick of the day. So it'll be 3rd and goal from the 9-yard line. That's a pretty great quarterback play to be able to be right behind him, but still in position to slip in, trying to get that pick in the end zone. 3:16 remaining here in the first half. Long drive for the Clippers ended in a score, a 99-yard drive. This one's going to be a long drive as well. Polo looks to pass. Right side, launches it, and it is out of bounds. So another incompletion on a rollout. It'll be 4th and goal from the 9-yard line. So the passes haven't really been working for him. Maybe that QB scramble towards the left side might be their best bet. We'll see what the Polo Marcos are able to cook up. We'll see if the Clippers probably will try and stop them. They do have timeouts to take, so they'll take one. So we'll take a quick break here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
At Western Illinois University, leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there's limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
At Country Financial, we enjoy serving the community in which we live, big or small.
I love living in the Blandonsville area. It's where I grew up, went to school, and decided to raise my family. I never had a desire to live or work anywhere other than in a small town. I feel lucky to help my longtime friends and neighbors with their insurance needs. It's like working with family every day.
I'm Brett Powell, your local Country Financial representative, whose door is always open to work with you.
And welcome back to TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. 4th down. Looking to pass, and he's going to be sacked, fumbled down, picked up by the lineman, but it'll be a 1st down, Amboy. That is exactly how the Amboy Clippers wanted to stop that 4th down pass, 4th and goal from the 9. And a great job for the sack fumble. So 1st and 10 for the Clippers, still continuing their shutout, 22-0, here with 3:03 remaining. Hands it off right side, and he is tackled down. Welshel on the rush, about 4 on the gain. Second and 5. And Amboy will continue to come right back to the line quick. Trying to get another one in before the end of the half. Sends a man in the blitz, gets through, but just too far upfield. And gain of about 4 for Welshel. Able to get through for the blitz, but man, just stopped a little bit too far ahead. Well, to get past there on that line, you got to stop and look. 3rd and about 3 for Amboy, still in that I formation. He's going to look to pass. Launches it, and that is caught by Blaine. Blaine fighting off one defender and finally taken down. Dewey on the tackle, but it'll be a 1st down for the Clippers. Jones on the pass will get a 1st down towards Blaine. 3rd pass caught by Blaine. First and 10, I formation. Hands it off, Welshel. And he'll get about 4. Second and 3 with 1:33 remaining. Clippers will go spread as they send 2 men out. Shotgun, lone man. He'll send Blaine in motion. Blaine will look, launches it towards Blaine. 2 men on him. It does not matter as he gets down past the 15-yard line and out of bounds with 1:14 remaining. Clippers have a great field position and another chance to score. A timeout taken by the Clippers as well. So with that, we'll take a quick break.
It was the community that really drew me back to Macomb. I'm from a small community, and I'm from a farm family, and ultimately I always wanted to practice in a place like that, and I felt that I had the ability to connect to people who with a similar background from me, and the fact that the staff members at the hospital and the support, all the support staff at the hospital was also focused with the goal of patient care. It felt like it just all came hammered at home for me.
And welcome back to TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. 22-0 your score as Amboy looks to score before the end of the half. 1:14 remaining in this first half. Quick look at the college ranks. Kansas just scored to make it a 13-10 game against Texas Tech. Alabama leads Kentucky. Michigan leads Penn State. Tulane leads Tulsa as they'll get set up first and 10. Hands it off to Leffelman. Leffelman gets a nice gain in for the touchdown. Quinn has another touchdown, his second of the day. And that extends this lead. Not exactly how the Marcos thought the game would start out. 28-0 here near the end of the first half. We'll look for a 2-point conversion. They'll go spread 4-man wide, man in motion. That is Blaine. It's going to be a quarterback keeper, but Jones is tackled behind the line. So that'll be the end of that. 28-0. So we'll take a quick break and be back here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
Working at MDH feels special to me because I'm also from a small community like MDH, and I love to be able to care for communities like this and be able to give them high standards of excellence with medical care as possible. You know, some people like to take more of a medical approach to their care. Some people like to take more of a holistic. And I just want to be able to make their plan of care as individualized as possible.
I chose physical therapy because I knew I wanted to be in the healthcare field. I wanted to be able to help patients in some way related to more in depth. We get to know our patients, and that's really what kind of sets us apart.
And welcome back to TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. 28-0 as the Clippers lead the Marcos close to the end of the first half. About 1 minute to go. There we go. Nice day outside. Little bit of wind to help things moving, but not as cold as it could be. It's probably around mid-50s. And that'll be down. Drops at the 25-yard line. They'll run a reverse. Does not get fooled as he tries to run around. Loses another few yards. That'll be down to the 22-yard line as that's where the Marcos will get set up. Have about a minute to go. Exactly 1 minute to go in this first half to get some points on the board. Passes haven't really been working out for him. Running towards the left hasn't been working out for him. Running to the right has gotten a few points, but also a few big losses. So we'll see what the Marcos try to do here. Might try to go towards the left side, maybe a pass. And they're going to go way back. You can see Jones, number 2, playing super safety. Hands it off, upfield, spun around and tackled. Gain of about 3 or 4 by Fernandez. That'll stop him down, maybe about 5 to go. 45 seconds on the play. Sends another man in motion. Hands it off, upfield by Fernandez. He gets the first down, a little bit more, and they're going to have to take a timeout. No, they will not. They're going to keep it rolling. Nope. Here comes the spike. I believe Polo has 2 timeouts, if I'm correct, looking down there. 31 seconds remaining. After the spike, it'll be 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. 2nd and 10. Amboy playing back, looking for another long pass. They got 2 men wide right. Standing up, he loses the ball, picks it back up, Sotlow. He's going to have to keep it going. He's going to try and launch one up, and it'll be incomplete. And threw it away when he was getting tackled, so it'll be a flag on the play. We'll see what they want to call here. Do believe it was close enough that not intentional grounding. They will call intentional grounding. All right, so loss of a down. Oh, we're going to have a little bit of confusion as one referee's telling them, no, that's not right. Crowd's definitely not liking that. 28-0, 21 seconds remaining in the half. They'll talk a little bit. Both officials talking a little bit to the coach, trying to figure this out.
Our officials today, Dean Mavro is the referee, Tim Biden is the umpire, the head linesman Mark Schopp, the line judge Warren Cushionberry, and the back judge
Well, as they come back out, they'll still continue the intentional grounding. Loss of down, so it'll be 3rd down. And they are going to walk it down. Okay. So all the way down. 21 seconds remaining as it's now 3rd. And, oh boy, I'm going to have to get my calculator out. That's 10, 20, 3rd and 27, 26. 3rd and a long, long, long way. Sends the man in motion. It's going to be a low keeper. He gets past one, but it's stopped at the linebacker position. And he stood up. And timeout taken by Amboy, so it'll be 4th down. And it still needs probably 20. 15 seconds remaining. A little confusion there, but that's all right. Even the referees are still talking, figuring out. With the timeout, we'll take a quick break and be back on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
At Western Illinois University, leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there's limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
And welcome back to TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Set the punt, 15 seconds remaining. Gets it up. That is high, drops right at the 50, and it rolls the wrong way. It'll be touchdown at the, should be touched at the 5-second mark. So Amboy will get one chance to get another one on the clock if they want. Maybe they'll just go for the kneel, already up 28 here in the first half. So we'll see what Coach wants to do. And they'll look. Sends them all out. Trips right. Last second. Set to go, Eddie Jones, quarterback. It'll be a screen. Well, fake screen, launches it. And a flag. It'll be a roughing the passer. Roughing the passer will be the call. Everybody looking at everybody. You had everybody on the sideline already running out towards the locker room, and center's sitting there going, hey, guys, hey, we got a chance. We got a chance, another one. Nope, it will be a hold. Never mind. So that'll be the end of the first half. 28-0 your score as Amboy leads the Marcos here at Polo. Polo Marcos definitely going to have to figure something out because 28-0. They've had some bright spots, had a fourth down conversion, but nothing really happening. So we'll take a quick break and be back here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH after the half.
At Western Illinois University, leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there is limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
I chose the MDH OBGYN group because I've heard wonderful things about Dr. Smith. And upon entering the office, I really got along with everybody and got a warm feeling. The staff is warm and inviting and welcoming. It's a small community, so it's a really nice hospital to have here in the rural area. I continue to choose MDH because of the relationships I have. I really enjoy everybody here.
At Country Financial, we enjoy serving the community in which we live, big or small.
I love living in the Blandonsville area. It's where I grew up, went to school, and decided to raise my family. I never had a desire to live or work anywhere other than in a small town. I feel lucky to help my longtime friends and neighbors with their insurance needs. It's like working with family every day.
I'm Brett Powell, your local Country Financial representative, whose door is always open to work with you.
I chose physical therapy because I knew I wanted to be in the healthcare field. I wanted to be able to help patients in some way related to more in depth. We get to know our patients, and that's really what kind of sets us apart.
We're always moving. Scratch that. We're always moving forward. But forward can sometimes look a little backwards. Or like circles. Or like nothing at all. But we never stop. We never stop because life never stops. It's hard to stop a train.
I chose the MDH OBGYN group because I've heard wonderful things about Dr. Smith. And upon entering the office, I really got along with everybody and got a warm feeling. The staff is warm and inviting and welcoming. It's a small community, so it's a really nice hospital to have here in the rural area. I continue to choose MDH because of the relationships I have. I really enjoy everybody here.
Some farmers I know swear by a name, say they'd never operate anything else. Well, here are a few names for my Fendt 900 Gen 6 series. Fuel Saver, Time Maximizer, Game Changer. I like those names.
We're always moving. Scratch that. We're always moving forward. But forward can sometimes look a little backwards. Or like circles. Or like nothing at all. But we never stop. We never stop because life never stops. It's hard to stop a train.
I went through MDH when we were trying to get pregnant. We were struggling the first year, and then when we got pregnant, I stayed at MDH and through labor and now for pediatrics. My experience was nothing short of phenomenal. I was met with amazing staff members who helped me through concerns that I had when she was first born, helping me learn how to be a new mom. It was really reassuring and comforting knowing that I had so much support and kindness around me. My entire pregnancy at MDH was amazing.
I chose physical therapy because I knew I wanted to be in the healthcare field. I wanted to be able to help patients in some way related to more in depth. We get to know our patients, and that's really what kind of sets us apart.
At Western Illinois University, leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there's limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
And welcome back to TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. I'm Ken Suter alongside Tegan Perry, our cameraman, able to hop back into the booth here for halftime. 28-0 as the Clippers lead the Marcos. You know, I knew this was going to be a good game. Didn't quite expect as quick as a game for the Clippers. I do know, with that no huddle, they really want to get points in, but defensively, really holding strong.
Yeah, 100%. At least from going from the camera to up here, it's been a great game, at least for both, at least for the visiting team. It's just Polo hasn't been able to do what they want. Had that really unfortunate mistake at the beginning, but they've had plays where they were able to do stuff and get down the field. It's just executing a little bit better.
Had a few plays that didn't really go how they wanted to start out, but were able to turn it around. A scramble there in that second quarter by Saltlow to open up almost what could have been a score. 4th and 9 ends that one on a strip sack, and then a screen pass towards Landon Brooks, but that's about the two highlights for the Polo Marcos so far today. For the Amboy Clippers, I mean, take your pick. Coming into the game, everybody knew, you've got Welchel, you got Leffelman, you got Blaine, and Eddie Jones on quarterback. Those are the four. And sure enough, when it comes to highlights, other than one fumble recovery by Landon Montevian, it's been all for them.
Yeah, and at least on both offense and defense, Blaine has been producing on either side, coming up with key tackles, and even that really impressive catch there towards the end zone around the beginning of the second quarter. He's been on fire this entire game. If Polo really wants to get back into this game, you got to neutralize that guy. But sometimes sometimes it's a little hard to, but if you dig down deep, you can find a way to make sure that he doesn't get those plays.
That's 66-yard touchdown. Alongside that one, you've got the rush by Welchel for a touchdown and 2 rushing touchdowns by Quinn Leffelman. Leffelman, who big player for them last year on that run towards the championship game that I was able to announce a few of those. Also a few long runs by Welchel that didn't end up scoring. Still just everything for him. Probably averaging, if I had to guess, around 4 or 5 a rush, because every time he gets that ball, he finds a hole, able to push through, gets to that second line.
Yeah, and credit to the offensive line on that one. He's just able to chug through with the help of them and those hogs right on the line, getting their blocks, pushing them down 2-3 yards. And at the end of the day, when it's a running play, you want 3 or 4 yards. You don't want, well, obviously you want any sort of positive, but if you get 3 or 4 yards every single play, you're going to get a first down. So,
with the rest of this, offensive, defensive line holding strong, pretty much getting everything they can. Marcos into the second half. I don't know exactly how they'll change it up, but you've got to try at least something. The pass plays really haven't been able to work, just either between Sotlow or mixing in a few other quarterback players. It's just not really working no matter what. They're always just a little bit too short on passes or just a little bit too far. The accuracy just isn't really there.
Yeah, but, the best way to get back into the game is make a big play early, and that's how Amboy really got off, with that fumble recovery. So if Marcos want to come back, take a play out of Amboy's book.
And play, yeah.
Yeah, and play. Well, it seems like it's been and play all day because
they've been and playing great all the game.
That's true.
Also, they sack fumble there, 4th and 9 in the second quarter. Also a interception. So there would be 3 takeaways for the defense. That really just takeaways, stopping on the 4th down. They bend, don't break. Everybody talks about it. It's one of the biggest cliches of football, but that's what they've been doing. Big plays will come, a big scramble by Sotlow to get loose on a 4th down, still able to hold back.
Yeah, like you said earlier, like on that 1st and goal right at the 9, they've had plenty of chances to get in there and score, but just the passing game not being able to work even in the red zone. So maybe go off and start running a little bit more hurry-up running offense at the end of the day.
So as it's about 2 o'clock here at halftime. If you want, also on the TSSR Game Time live channel brought to you by MDH, we will have the Martinsville-Ridgewood other semifinal game starting soon. We probably pop over to that here as we've got another 5 minutes in halftime until the extra 3, so probably 8 overall. Might take a little bit of a quick break, check the score there, see how that's working, and then come back with maybe some college football scores.
Yeah. Mr. Suter, if I had to ask you one thing for you.
Mr.
What do you,
Suter?
Yeah,
Wow.
Mr. Suter.
Gosh, you're making me feel old.
Normally you ask me this whenever we're on it, but what do you think really needs to go right for Marco here, because it's just not working right now?
Polo's, if I could pick one thing, it's just push. You've got that offensive line. They're getting a decent push, but that defensive line is so strong that it's coming straight back at them, and it's pretty much just a stop on that line. If they can get 2 or even 3 yards of a push to start out, that'd really help open up Sotlow and their other runners who, when running, you have your 2 different type of philosophies. You have head and nose down and go through a guy, and then you have your find your holes. They've been finding their holes to get through for some breakout longer gains, but a lot of times, especially on one of these drags or sweeps, they're really sitting there waiting, and nothing is really holding up. They can just make that decision, go exactly, this is where I'm going to go. Sure, you're going to run into the back of the line sometimes, but you just got to run hard and keep your legs chugging, especially here when you just need momentum. Any type of momentum you can to keep going down, that's what you really need instead of those explosive plays.
Yeah, and also just don't give up hope. I mean, we've seen crazier stuff happen last year. Remember, last play of the game, immaculate touchdown from out of nowhere. If you want to win, there are opportunities for you to win, but you got to make them.
So with that, we'll take a little bit of a quick break and be back here in just about 2 minutes on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
It was the community that really drew me back to Macomb. I'm from a small community, and I'm from a farm family, and ultimately I always wanted to practice in a place like that, and I felt that I had the ability to connect to people who with a similar background from me, and the fact that the staff members at the hospital and the support, all the support staff at the hospital was also focused with the goal of patient care. It felt like it just all came hammered at home for me.
Working at MDH feels special to me because I'm also from a small community like MDH, and I love to be able to care for communities like this and be able to give them high standards of excellence with medical care as possible. Some people like to take more of a medical approach to their care. Some people like to take more of a holistic. And I just want to be able to make their plan of care as individualized as possible.
I went through MDH when we were trying to get pregnant. We were struggling the first year, and then when we got pregnant, I stayed at MDH and through labor and now for pediatrics. My experience was nothing short of phenomenal. I was met with amazing staff members who helped me through concerns that I had when she was first born, helping me learn how to be a new mom. It was really reassuring and comforting knowing that I had so much support and kindness around me. My entire pregnancy at MDH was amazing.
And welcome back to TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Let me switch that quarter to the third, so I do not forget. Amboy is back out on the field warming up. Looking like they're going for a dynamic stretch/run. They'll have to switch over. They went to the wrong side of the field. That could help. 1:31 remaining in the half. Looking at some scores for the college ranks. Indiana State leads Western Illinois University 17-6 in the battle of the defeateds. Both teams still looking for their first win. Tied at 13 with 25 seconds remaining in the game. Texas Tech against Kansas, 19-ranked Kansas. That might be going towards overtime. Alabama handily defeating Kentucky 49-20. And Michigan, Penn State, 24-15 with 2 minutes remaining. Still a close one there for the, well, recently suspended Coach Harbaugh. Tulane beating Tulsa, 24-16. Liberty defeating Old Dominion, 35-3. And Colorado tied with Arizona, 14-14. As that nears halftime, Coach Prime looking to make his team bowl eligible this year. And number 21, James Madison, taking on Connecticut. Oh, that's UConn. It's very odd to see somebody say Connecticut instead of UConn. I guess I'm just so used to it. James Madison trying to get into bowl game, well, into a bowl game. They're going to try and get a petition going for the NCAA to allow them. And looking down the slate for the rest of the day, we do have the Martinsville-Ridgewood game on here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, if you'd like to watch that after this one ends. Looking towards the night games, we've got some USC-Oregon, Michigan State, Ohio State, Florida LSU, Texas TCU, big matchup there down in Texas. West Virginia take on Oklahoma, and Georgia taking on Mississippi. Well, 28-0 your score. Marcos are all set to go for this one, and Amboy rolls back up. Getting a nice lumbar roll there. So we'll be set to go for the third quarter on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Well, looks like they're still getting set up, wanting to stretch a little bit more. Let's check the scores. Well, I guess I can't check the scores on here. Oh, well. 28-0. Clippers lead the Marcos. We'll take a quick break and be back on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
I chose physical therapy because I knew I wanted to be in the healthcare field. I wanted to be able to help patients in some way related to more in depth. We get to know our patients, and that's really what kind of sets us apart.
At Country Financial, we enjoy serving the community in which we live, big or small.
I love living in the Blandonsville area. It's where I grew up, went to school, and decided to raise my family. I never had a desire to live or work anywhere other than in a small town. I feel lucky to help my longtime friends and neighbors with their insurance needs. It's like working with family every day.
I'm Brett Powell, your local Country Financial representative, whose door is always open to work with you.
Working at MDH feels special to me because I'm also from a small community like MDH, and I love to be able to care for communities like this and be able to give them high standards of excellence with medical care as possible. You know, some people like to take more of a medical approach to their care. Some people like to take more of a holistic. And I just want to be able to make their plan of care as individualized as possible.
I went through MDH when we were trying to get pregnant. We were struggling the first year, and then when we got pregnant, I stayed at MDH and through labor and now for pediatrics. My experience was nothing short of phenomenal. I was met with amazing staff members who helped me through concerns that I had when she was first born, helping me learn how to be a new mom. It was really reassuring and comforting knowing that I had so much support and kindness around me. My entire pregnancy at MDH was amazing.
And welcome back to TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Finally set to kick off as Amboy took the full extra 3 minutes. It'll be the Marco set to kick off to the Clippers to start the second half. As you can hear and see the rattling. That is onside down to the 50-yard line. And you know, that's one thing I do love about having a camera right in the stands. You can feel, you can just see that action coming as the band on the far side, alongside the rest of the crowd, rumbling their feet. 1st and 10 on the 50-yard line, and that's where the Clippers will start out. 1st and 10, hands it off, and Welshel, nice kick, nice carry. And that was taken down to about the 44-yard line, and another good run. Start this off, Amboy looking about the same as they come out. Back to the I formation. Sends the blitz in, gets a nice block on him, however, and it's stopped at the line, maybe a gain of 1. They'll give him 2. So, third, there we go. 3rd and 2. God, I can't read, I can't do math, I can't talk. Ooh. Surprised I can figure out how to breathe by myself. I formation, double tight once again with the blitz. This time Welshel hip hops around and gets in for the first down. And we'll see where they mark him down. That'll be down to the 37-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Clippers. Amboy able to get him to move offside, so we'll move him up another 5. 1st and 5 now with 10:35 remaining. They'll roll clock after the flag. 1st and 5, I formation, double tight. Hands it off, Welshel again, fighting through towards the safety. And that'll be a first down. Gain of about 7. Ball on the 25, 1st and 10 for the Clippers. And it's can't even tell that there's been a halftime break as the Clippers come out. Same formation, same everything. Perfectly working so far as they hand it off to Leffelman for a gain of about 3. .9:45 remaining. As it'll be second and about 6, we'll say. Back to the I formation. Looking around, hands it off. That'll be Welshman. Gets a nice gain of about another 7. It'll be another first down for Amboy. Landon Welshel able to get it. That'll continue to roll the clock. 9:20 now. Polo switching in a few defenders. Into the game form will be number 44, Jeffrey Donaldson. 1st and 10. I formation. Hands it off. Landon gets another gain. I mean, it's like a cheat code at this point. If you hand Welshel the ball, he will get you 3, at least. He's been averaging about 4, maybe even 5. Didn't get out the calculator to do the math to figure it out, but it just seems like no matter what, if you handed it off to him 3 times, it's going to be a first down one of those 3 times. So continue to move down, 2nd and 6. A little bit of a pass now, Jones, and it is just a little bit too low and attempted for Blaine. Incomplete pass will stop the clock at 8:29, and it'll be 3rd and 6. Marcos playing a little bit close. Hands it off to Welshel. Welshel, and he gets his 5 yards or so. Keeps it pushing close. He will not be in, but he will get the first down. So it'll be 1st and goal for the Clippers. Down past the 2-yard line. And most likely might see a handoff to Leffelman or Welshel from the I formation this close. Leffelman has 2 already. And they hand it off to Welshel, and he'll pop out right side. In close. And just short. Can't get it to go. So it'll be 2nd and goal from the 1. I thought he almost got it on that reach behind. So they'll come back now, 7:37 remaining. I formation. Hands it off to Leffelman. Leffelman stood up and in for the touchdown. 34-0 as Leffelman's able to get his 3rd rushing touchdown of the day from the fullback position. We'll see what their plans for the 2-point conversion are. I'll give you $20 if they hand it off to Leffelman, hand it off to Welshel, or pass it to Blaine. I mean, all 3 of them can work. All 3 of them have worked. 7:26 remaining here in the 3rd quarter after the touchdown. I formation, 34-0. They'll look to pass out towards a incomplete. Is its interception. And they tackled him. It'll be a dead 2-point conversion, but they tackled him on an interception and a 2-point conversion. Maybe a little confusion on who was doing what, and now the Polos are talking to the Polo Marcos talking. I think what they're trying to say is they should have been a flag for unsportsmanlike, maybe. I mean, there was no flag. They're down. Okay. Yeah. Well, a little bit of confusion there, but it'll be fine. I don't exactly think he did that quite on purpose to tackle him down. I think it's one of those natural reactions where you see somebody get an interception, you got to stop it. And then even if it was in NFL rules where you can bring it back, who knows? Who knows? But 34-0 is set to kick off are the Clippers' 3rd quarter. 7:26 remaining. Okay, so set to kick off will be number 14, Rylan McNinch. And looking a little bit deeper, have an open area right in the middle. That's exactly where they send it past the first defenseman. Right there, pass 1, pass 2, pass 3. 3rd time's the charm for the tackle. Dewey gets tackled down at the 27-yard line. That's where the Marcos will get set up for the first offensive drive of the half. We'll see what they've changed. Well, if they have changed any. 7:22 remaining, 34-0 here at the Polo home ground, trying to get anything going offensively. Shotgun formation. Salto hands it off left side, gets past, has a hole, gets past one, gets past two, just has to keep his legs trucking. Tackled down at a gain of about 7. Delo Fernandez with the rush. And once again, like what I was talking about at halftime, is he found the hole, able to get through, got to the second level, and then was so focused on breaking up that next tackle. When really, if he could just keep those legs moving and worry a little bit less of what the other defender's doing, he probably could have got a few more yards and it'd been a first down. 6:48 remaining. Counter, hands it off left side, keeps on moving. Fernandez gets it for the first down. That's what I was talking about. Keep those legs a-trucking. So first down for the Marcos with 6:30 remaining in the third quarter. Switching through a few substitutions, they'll give Fernandez a quick break. Give him a drink and a breather. So switching around the formation. Shotgun, look to pass. Has Blaine on him, the hold, horse collar hold, I guess, but gets about a gain of 1. But on the Blaine, on the rush, he was definitely looking for something there. I don't know how they did not call that. Like, now I'm looking past. It's a hold. Yeah. So second and about 7 to go. I guess that's probably one of those a little bit of a gimme call. Referee takes a time. Looks like either equipment or somebody might have got cut down there. Looks like a switch from Landon to Ian Sundberg. Back to the shotgun formation. Looking to pass. He steps up. Saltlow goes for the rush. Gets a nice gain. Pass 1. First down. Finally tackled. Ball on the ground. Stolen right out of his life. Nobody. Go! What? What just happened? That's the first whistle. That's a fumble. That's a fumble. That's a he didn't even. There wasn't a whistle until that very last play. They stole it straight out of the hand. That's a fumble down to the 50-yard line. And, oh boy, I do not want to be a referee trying to figure this one out. So that was definitely a fumble. I can look back here. They ripped it right out of his hands. Okay, we'll see what the call is. And that is a Amboy fumble. Inadvertent whistle to stop the ball. So, but I don't understand what Polo is really complaining about. Like, they're very upset with the officials for messing it up a little bit, but even then, it was a fumble. We got Coach yelling down at the umpires. It should be an Amboy run even longer than where it's going to be placed at.
Unless they said the inverse whistle came after the change of possession. That's what they determined.
Okay, so it's going to be first and 10. It'll be first and 10 at the 40 for the Clippers, with 5:04 remaining in the third. What I can pretty much think happened here was an inadvertent whistle after the change of possession, right after he ripped it right out of his hands, which stopped some players, but the other ones kept on going. But nobody was ever down. Everybody was still standing up. Whew. We'll make it 2 years in a row for the semifinal game that I am very confused during. It was last year with an Amboy game where they had a fumble down late in the end zone, roll it out type play. And it'll be second and about 8 for the Clippers. Going to keep that no huddle going as they've got a flustered crowd, flustered team. I think everybody's a little confused what's going on. Trying to use that confusion, and that is stopped right at the line. Maybe a gain of 1. It'll be third down. Third and 6 to go. 4:17 remaining in the third. Clippers up 34. Amboy slows it down a little bit. Goes to the I formation, double tight. Sends the man in blitz. He's going to look to pass. Gets it off, and it is just a little too low. Blaine can't get a hold of it. Had it right there and just tried to dive down. Can't hold on. So it'll be 4th and 5 from the 44-yard line. 3:45 remaining in the third quarter. I'd like to thank you for watching here on TSSR Game Time, live presented by MDH. Semifinals here for the 8-man, and they will go to punt. We do have the other semifinal matchup starting very soon. That is over and over, down, runs down and out of bounds at the 12-yard line. And that's where the Marcos will get set up. 3:49 remaining in the third. So, first and 10, we'll see what the Marcos are going to try and do offensively. Just a lot of confusion. Whew. Down from the 12, I do believe. Yeah, excuse me, that'll be down towards the 16. So that's where the Marcos will get set up at the 16-yard line. Saltlow, the quarterback, looking to try towards the right side. He's going to look to pass. Screen out to the left side. And Dewey tries to get some more yardage out of it. Close to the first down, but it'll be just a few yards short. So a second and short. .330. And they'll set up power left. Runs that counter, has a few lead blockers, and boom, he is tackled down. And once again, ripped it right out of his hands, but he was down before it happened. And this Amboy team, defensively, they're doing a great job of no matter what, grabbing that ball. You know, no matter what, they are going to go straight for that ball and try to get a turnover out of it. You know, that's how you go through and clean up a tackle. So, first and 10, 3 minutes to go. Leffelman talking a little bit with the referee. Back to the right. It'll be a keeper. Saltlow can't find anything. He is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. And he is slow to get up. Up and still moving. So a 2nd and 11 upcoming for the Marcos. 2 minutes to go. 2 minutes to go. Polo gets set up. Still shotgun formation. Looking towards the middle. And he gets a nice gain close to the first down. And the Marcos getting a little momentum now. They will get the first down. So with 2 minutes remaining, that'll be a ball on the 39-yard line. So Polo going to try and keep things moving here after the ending of last drive being the fumble. Still in that shotgun. Hands it off to Fernandez. Fernandez gets past the line but can't get much anything else. Second and 9, 1:19 remaining.
Minute 15 left in our third quarter. Amboy up 34-0. Clippers scored on the opening drive of this third quarter.
Clippers going to try keep things going defensively. They're really great defensive team so far all day, and that's going to keep. And he just launches it. And Solo definitely does not want to be taking sacks, but he's been launching some pretty, one-armed duck type throws. Already has one pick on the day. Could get another one close. 59 seconds remaining left in this third quarter. So we get set here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
And he got rid of it in a way that Amboy couldn't think to pick. That was a really good throwaway. You'd like to see him at least get it out of bounds, though, just in case.
34-0, still your score. It'll be 3rd and 9, shotgun formation. 2 men wide left. And he's going to launch it. It's short and caught! Caught! Oh, what a great catch. Great catch down there by Dewey. That was perfect placement, had both of his legs down, perfect toes, and in with a great momentum shifter for the Marcos here with 52 seconds remaining. So as it goes out of bounds, we'll stop the clock at 52 seconds remaining. And the Marcos will get set up at the 41-yard line.
Salto from the gun. Fernandez on his right hip. Shotgun snap, 1st and 10.
Hands it off to Fernandez, and Fernandez has a little bit of a hole. Tackled down at the, let's go with the 32-yard line. So another gain, probably 2nd and 3.
One thing about the Marcos, they never panic. They never as Polo gets to the line.
Set for shotgun. Hands it off, same play. Another good result, and in for the first down. 19 seconds remaining here in the third as Polo continues to drive. Hands it off, and there is a flag on the play. False start will be the call, so that'll move him back 5 with exactly 1 second left. So it'll be 1st and 15. And that'll roll the clock, so that'll be the end of the third quarter. 34-0. We'll take a break and be back on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
I chose the MDH OBGYN group because I've heard wonderful things about Dr. Smith. And upon entering the office, I really got along with everybody and got a warm feeling. The staff is warm and inviting and welcoming. It's a small community, so it's a really nice hospital to have here in the rural area. I continue to choose MDH because of the relationships I have. I really enjoy everybody here.
At Western Illinois University, leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there's limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a Leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
It was the community that really drew me back to Macomb. I'm from a small community, and I'm from a farm family, and ultimately I always wanted to practice in a place like that, and I felt that I had the ability to connect to people who with a similar background from me, and the fact that the staff members at the hospital and the support, all the support staff at the hospital was also focused with the goal of patient care. It felt like it just all came hammered at home for me.
And welcome back to TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Shotgun formation for Saltlow as he's going to run through, gets past one tackle and down. Gain of about 5. That'll make it a 2nd and 10. Here in the start of the fourth quarter, 34-0 as the Amboy Clippers trying to get back to the championship game for the 2nd year in a row. So we do have the Martinsville-Ridgewood game happening right now on the other line here on TSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. 2nd and 10. Looking to pass. He's going to go left side, launches it way high and incomplete. Not seeing a flag. He's wanting a flag. The receivers wanting a flag. We got linemen here looking for a flag. Nothing. So a incomplete pass, and 3rd and long will be the setup for the Polo Marcos. So we'll see. Maybe they're going to try back for another pass right there. Maybe an out route at about the 10-yard line. When they do have passes, it looks like they're only sending about 2, 1 streak and 1 either post or an out. Back into that shotgun formation. And they'll run the counter, and he is stopped at the line, maybe a few yards. A great tackle to wrap up the leg. And with 11 minutes remaining, it is 4th down. Final score for some college ranks. Texas Tech upsets Kansas 16-13. Alabama beats Kentucky 49-21. Michigan ekes by Penn State 24-15. Tulane beats Tulsa 24-22. At the half, Colorado leads Arizona 24-17. 4th down, shotgun formation. Looking to pass. He's going to roll right. Launches it and way overhead. That'll be turnover on downs for the Amboy Clippers. They'll take it at about the 28-yard line. So we'll most likely see a little bit of clock manipulation, as this Clippers team that has been normally up fast, no huddle, will probably slow it down here, get some clock to go down. Hands it off to Welshel, and he gets a gain of about 4. Welshel, 2nd and 5 to go from the 33-yard line.
This is, again, I've talked about it all season long, but this is the point of the game where the Amboy offensive line is just wearing on teams.
So, I formation once again. Hands it off, and a little bit of confusion there as Welshel's trying to get through. He pops it all the way out towards the left side, gets a 1st down. He's tackled past the 40 to the 42, 43-yard line. Making something out of nothing as he's able to pop through a few different gaps to finally make it out towards that left side. 34-0. Clippers lead the Polo Marcos, 9:30 remaining. Same formation. Well, they actually pop it out towards the right power. They'll hand it off. That is Leffelman, the fullback, maybe gets 2 to the 45-yard line. And it'll be 2nd and 8.
Second and 8. Stopped on the play by Wyatt Clacknell.
Clippers get set back up, trying to figure out. I mean, at this point, everything's really been working for him. Dang near a perfect half. And hands it off, Leffelman. Excuse me, that is Welshel. Welshel gets about 2 or 3 on the gain.
Gets the 49, pick up the 4.
And be 3rd and 5. 8:34, 34-0 your score. And they'll set back up, I formation, double tight. And they'll look to pass. And he lets that one go to Blaine. Caught in the 30-yard line, has one man to beat. Pumps through him, and it is in for the touchdown. Another long pass, 52 yards for, that is Brennan Blaine. And just can't really do much against him. He's so tall and just has that hands that he's able to get everything. 40-0, and I believe that is the nail in the coffin for this game. They'll sweep for Welshel to go in, and he will not get in for the 2-point conversion. So 40-0 your score. We'll take a break and be back here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
At Western Illinois University, leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there's limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
Well, I've always had an interest in the medical field, and then growing up, I actually went through physical therapy myself for an injury, and that got me back to playing my sports and the activities that I loved. So seeing that firsthand, I got to see how much physical therapy could really benefit others.
I chose physical therapy because I knew I wanted to be in the healthcare field. I wanted to be able to help patients in some way related to more in depth. We get to know our patients, and that's really what kind of sets us apart.
And welcome back to TSSR Game Time Live, presented by NDH. 40-0 as the Clippers lead the Marcos. Set to kick off are the Clippers once again, Rylan McNinch. 40-0, so running clock throughout the rest of this one. And that one, that's a little bit deeper as they'll pick it up at the 25 on the run. And he'll slip down. That is, oh, he's able to get back up, and that is close. That could not have, that really could have been bad. Looks like he's limping just a little bit on that little bit of a fall. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. That'll be 7:40 remaining. Marcos will get set up. They'll switch it around a little bit, have Carter Meriden in at quarterback. It'll hand it off. Great block. Great blocking for he's tackled. About a gain of about 7 by Fernandez.
Second down for the Marcos with the ball on their own 41-yard line.
Polo, and we've talked about this before. Polo is very good at what they do, grinding out 3, 4, 5, 6 yards of play.
So 2nd and 6 to go. Oh, 2nd and 4 to go, excuse me. Back to the shotgun. Looking to pass. He'll launch that one down the sideline, a little lame, and picked. Oh! Can't hold on. Both players thought they had the interception on lock. Could not get it to go. Incomplete. 3rd and about 5 to go. 3rd and 5, 6:30 to go here in this game.
Wynn and Anderson were both back there. You can see Cody, he's very upset he didn't, didn't get a pick on that play, but still some really solid defense.
Back to shotgun. This time they'll go towards the right. Salto in motion. Hands it to Fernando. Fernando has a great hole. Gets down the sideline, down to the 20-yard line. He is close and in for the touchdown. Polo gets on the board for the end of this one with 6 minutes to go. Fernandez has a great job to get through, slices through to the defense and in. So Marcos get on the board here at home. Two-point conversion attempt here with 5 minutes to go. Looking towards the left side, puts it in, but it's going to be tipped. So at the end of that one, 5 minutes to go, 40-6 your score. We'll take a break.
Working at MDH feels special to me because I'm also from a small community like MDH, and I love to be able to care for communities like this and be able to give them high standards of excellence with medical care as possible. You know, some people like to take more of a medical approach to their care. Some people like to take more of a holistic. And I just want to be able to make their plan of care as individualized as possible.
At Western Illinois University, leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there's limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
And welcome back to TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. 40-6 your score after the run in by Fernandez. So Polo will be set to kick off. And that one will not go the first 10 yards. And he picked it up. No whistle down. It should have been stopped if it touched the kickoff team, but they'll stop it at the 40-yard line. So set to go for the offensive drive. Once again, 4:30 remaining are the Clippers. Running clock still throughout, so most likely if they can get about 2 first downs here, that'll be the end of this one. I formation, as they'll wait till the back judge starts to count. And there's the first 5. So they'll set, hands it off, and Welshel gets a good gain. They keep on trucking. The entire rugby scrum down almost to a first down. And Amboy will go in with the line change. I formation. Hands it off, and there's ball on the ground, fumbled around. And it looks like the Clippers are able to pick it right back up. 2:30 remaining as the Clipper is able to grab it. It'll be 3rd and 1 for Amboy.
McKendry trotting to the sideline and coming in to take his place, the freshman Jose Lopez. Dylan Merriman, Caleb Sugars, and I believe Zach Dunn on the line for Amboy. So
And looking to get back. Still I formation with 2:20 remaining. Christopherson running QB will wait for the back judge.
Eye contact with the back judge, something Brody's been doing a lot this season.
And they'll hand it off. And Lopez gets a decent gain of maybe 1 or 2, but it is close as he's tripped up. No Markham short, so it'll be 4th down with 2 minutes to go.
Coming out of the game to a standing ovation from this Polo crowd.
I formation. They'll get the play. 1:47 remaining as we just kind of just have to wait this one out. 40-6. The Clippers lead. And they will hand it off to Lopez, and he will get a gain of about 1 or 2, so that'll be in for the 1st down for the Clippers. And I believe they can kneel it out for the rest. And they do. Get set for the victory formation. 40-6. That'll be your final as the Clippers will head to Monmouth College next week for the championship game against the winner of Ridgewood versus Martinsville. That game is happening currently right now on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Stick with us for just a little bit as we'll have both coaches up for an interview. As both teams start to line up, they need to kneel down one more time. 24 seconds remaining. So that is the end of this one as the Amboy Clippers will head back to the championship game. Monmouth College next week as they will take on the winner of Ridgewood versus Martinsville. They'll 14-8 your score as Ridgewood will lead Martinsville. They'll line up. So we'll take a quick break and get some things together here for the coach interviews right after. Thank you for watching here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Hope you stick around.
I think a lot of that was just, out of frustration because they're not used to seeing.
So, team starting to celebrate as the Clippers heading towards the final, just a few days. Looking down as we look at the game line, I mean, you have 3 touchdowns for Leffelman. 3 touchdowns for Leffelman, 2 for Blaine, 1 for Welchel. As they'll huddle up and discuss a little bit, both coaches talking to each other, communicating to all the Polo players down there. Looking down at the line, a lot of the main players for this Polo's team's last game, including Brock Sotlow, who of course was their main man for most of the game, most of the plays, pretty much everything ran for him there at quarterback. And also Dilo Fernandez finally getting on this board there late in the 4th quarter. They were able to get on the board. Fernandez had a great game. You know, you look at the score, it is what it is, 40-6. But Fernandez and Sotlow both had a great game of able to move the ball as much as they can. Just wouldn't be able to really finalize. Between that and some fumble issues, that really was the the kicker for this Polo team. Defensively, just couldn't really figure out how to stop as you run for five or 6 yards every single play. You're just not going to be able to get much of anything going. So we'll take a quick break. Be back here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
Some farmers I know swear by a name. Say they'd never operate anything else. Well, here are a few names for my Fendt 900 Gen 6 series. Fuel Saver. Time Maximizer. Game Changer. I like those names.
And a quick update for the score. It is tied up now 14-14 as the Ridgewood Spartans playing Martinsville down at Martinsville. 46 your score. Down the line for the Clippers as you've got the few kind of highlights of the game. First off, that fumble recovery by Landon Montevayan at the beginning of the game. First play, that really just set the tone throughout the rest of this game with that first fumble. Ripped it right out of the defender, the running back hand. That followed up by the touchdown by Landon Welchel. Welchel, of course, you know, your main man right there on a running back, able to get things through pretty quickly. You can't really do anything when he's being able to run up to 4 or 5 yards per run. Also, the interception by Braden Klein. Klein, you know, the kick returner, linebacker, running back, hybrid, pretty much does a little bit of everything out there as a utility man. Had a great game covering. Got that interception, but broke up a few other plays down towards the far side. That also led up to the Brennan Blaine catch, 65 yards on the reception. And that one didn't think that one was going through that quick as he was able to launch towards that far side. Second quarter, had a long run by Welchel from the 1-yard line all the way down past the 50 to set up the touchdown that time by Quinn Luffelman, his first of 3 consecutive, as they're able just to march their way down towards the end of the goal line and hand it off to the fullback to run it in real quick. Also in the fourth quarter, to really cap everything off and make it a running clock here, had another catch by Blaine. So as the team celebrates out there with the crowd, big turnout. It's always nice when you have a playoff game that is about 15 minutes down the road, so you're able to get a bunch of people in here. And it looks like about the same amount of people that are down in last year. They had a long drive all the way towards the border as the Marcos still discussed down there. Some good plays by the Marcos today. Had a screen pass to Landon Brooks, the tight end, run in for about 10 or 15 yards. A nice scramble by Sotlow on a broken play for 20. And that, oh my gosh, that great catch down by Noah Dewey in the corner to really toe tap in to set up a good play that just couldn't take advantage of. The name of the game for this Polo side was just couldn't take advantage of most of their big plays. Finally, Dilo Fernandez with that touchdown run. So we'll take a quick break and be back on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
At Western Illinois University, leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there's limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
MTC Communications is building a high-speed fiber network in our community, and we're putting priority on the areas with the greatest interest. That means we need your input to let us know you want us to build fiber in your area first. Experience the speed and convenience of fiber internet by visiting our special website and registering. Let us know you want fiber internet today, and make your voice heard.
I went through MDH when we were trying to get pregnant. We were struggling the first year, and then when we got pregnant, I stayed at MDH and through labor and now for pediatrics. My experience was nothing short of phenomenal. I was met with amazing staff members who helped me through concerns that I had when she was first born, helping me learn how to be a new mom. It was really reassuring and comforting knowing that I had so much support and kindness around me. My entire pregnancy at MDH was amazing.
At Country Financial, we enjoy serving the community in which we live, big or small.
I love living in the Blandonsville area. It's where I grew up, went to school, and decided to raise my family. I never had a desire to live or work anywhere other than in a small town. I feel lucky to help my longtime friends and neighbors with their insurance needs. It's like working with family every day.
I'm Brett Powell, your local Country Financial representative, whose door is always open to work with you.
We're always moving. Scratch that. We're always moving forward. But forward can sometimes look a little backwards. Or like circles. Or like nothing at all. But we never stop. We never stop because life never stops. It's hard to stop a train.
Working at MDH feels special to me because I'm also from a small community like MDH, and I love to be able to care for communities like this and be able to give them high standards of excellence with medical care as possible. You know, some people like to take more of a medical approach to their care, some people like to take more of a holistic, and I just want to be able to make their plan of care as individualized as possible.
I chose the MDH OBGYN group because I've heard wonderful things about Dr. Smith. And upon entering the office, I really got along with everybody and got a warm feeling. The staff is warm and inviting and welcoming. It's a small community, so it's a really nice hospital to have here in the rural area. I continue to choose MDH because of the relationships I have. I really enjoy everybody here.
I went through MDH when we were trying to get pregnant. We were struggling the first year, and then when we got pregnant, I stayed at MDH and through labor and now for pediatrics. My experience was nothing short of phenomenal. I was met with amazing staff members who helped me through concerns that I had when she was first born, helping me learn how to be a new mom. It was really reassuring and comforting knowing that I had so much support and kindness around me. My entire pregnancy at MDH was amazing.
Well, I've always had an interest in the medical field, and then growing up, I actually went through physical therapy myself for an injury, and that got me back to playing my sports and the activities that I loved. So seeing that firsthand, I got to see how much physical therapy could really benefit others.
And welcome back to TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. 40-6, your final as the Amboy Clippers punch their ticket to the championship, heading to Monmouth next week. Monmouth College, that is. They'll take on the winner of Ridgewood and Martinsville. Tied game right now, 14-14 last time I checked. It is also on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Looking down there, looks like some local stations interviewing both Landon Welshel and Brennan Blaine, which, if you had to pick two, that'd probably be the two that I'd go with. Brennan Blaine, two great long touchdown catches, and Welshel was just the man of the day. Had one touchdown to start it all off after the fumble recovery and a whole bunch of running. As we'll get set up, we'll have Coach Payne in just a few minutes alongside Coach Alston. Looking down for the Marcos. It's like most of them are still out there on the field talking in with the rest of the assistant coaches. Cliff Bardell, Jeff Barger, Matt Shaw, and Tyler Meriden. And the assistants for the Amboy Clippers are Tyson Powers, Jeremy Wittenauer, Sam Jones, Kenny Shrimplin, and Abadrero Sestina. So we thank you all for watching here on TSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Ken Suter alongside Tegan Perry. He's down there trying to warm up his hands a little bit. It hasn't been too cold, but boy, that wind started to whip around a little bit. Looks like it's kind of starting to die down towards that far side.
Is a great football player. Watching him the last 3 years has been a pleasure of mine. As long as we're not playing him.
As we look down also for the college ranks. Still going on with 2 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter. Liberty leads Old Dominion 38-9. Tie game at 24 in the third quarter, Arizona and Colorado. As James Madison leads UConn 23-6. End of the first quarter, still tied 0-0. Tennessee takes on Missouri. That's a battle between the 16 and 14 teams. Number 13, Utah, tied at 7 with number 5, Washington. Alongside Florida State and Miami. Florida State leads 7-0 in the first quarter. UCF leads Oklahoma State 14-0. Number 15, that is, number for Oklahoma State. Later on today, Oregon State takes on Stanford. Georgia, Mississippi, that's 6 o'clock game. It's probably going to be the primetime game that I'd watch if I were you. And still hearing air horns down there. I think I'd rather go with air horns than cowbells, though. I think cowbells are not the move, personally. Oklahoma taking on West Virginia, Texas TCU, Michigan State, Ohio State, UC Oregon, Duke UNC. The only time you see a Duke UNC game and don't want to watch, that is football. Basketball season starting up for him, though, luckily. So, looking down, 40-6. We'll take just a quick break.
Working at MDH feels special to me because I'm also from a small community like MDH, and I love to be able to care for communities like this and be able to give them high standards of excellence with medical care as possible. You know, some people like to take more of a medical approach to their care. Some people like to take more of a holistic. And I just want to be able to make their plan of care as individualized as possible.
And welcome back to TSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, 40-0, as the Amboy Clippers able to beat the Polo Marcos up here with Coach Payne. And got to see your games last year on the broadcast. Again, great to see you guys coming into the championship game again next week in Monmouth. Pretty much, don't know what you're doing here. Pretty much happened exactly how you needed it to do.
Yeah, you know, the kids came out and played a really good football game today. You know, all year long, you know, our line has done a great job of controlling the line of scrimmage, and they did it again today. And I'm really happy and proud for these guys for what they have accomplished today. And, you know, they played a really good football game.
Great. Coming in, you know, 3 touchdowns by Leffelman. I don't know if our cameraman Tegan there thought that we were going to be on camera, even though I told him 3 times we weren't. Apologies for that. 3 touchdown runs by Leffelman, 2 catches by Blaine. A lot of what we were seeing last year still working this year as well. 12-0. And really, I think the best thing about this game was your offensive line.
Yeah, it was. You know, our line did a great job. And, you know, Leffelman and Blaine, they're both really good players. And, you know, obviously Brennan, you know, a 3-time All-Stater. And, you know, he wanted this game. He was fired up for Polo. He wanted it, just like all the kids. All the kids wanted this game. And they were very excited to come here and play Polo at their place. And, you know, our offensive line, like you said, they're group of seniors, they do such a wonderful job for us, and they're great kids too.
And defensively, you guys also did a great job coverage-wise. Had a few pass plays in there. Really wasn't working for Polo, but also just a great job from that safety position of really making sure everything was locked down, nobody gets past them.
Yeah, our DBs played well today. We knew they were going to put Soto in the backfield, and they were going to try to throw to Dewey. So we worked all week long on it, and Cody Wynn and Tori Anderson both played a really good football game and had some really good coverage out there today. And they both played really well, and it also helps him to get a pretty good pass rush and make him throw it before he needs to. And our defensive line did do that. But Cody and Troy both played a phenomenal football game today.
So looking towards the championship game, one of the big things that I see is the defensive pressure and takeaways. You guys had, let's see, I believe it was 3 fumbles and almost 2 picks for you guys, and it could have been even more going through. That way that everybody hustles to the play, finishes it off, and rips through that ball, that is just great defensive strategy throughout all these players.
Yeah. Our defense coordinator, Jeremy Whitnauer, he does a great job with those guys, and he preaches that all week long, and the kids listen, and obviously the kids do it, and the kids play really hard. They hustle on every play, and like you said, they do a good job of backside pursuit and getting there, and a couple times they did a good job of stripping the ball loose.
All righty. Well, congratulations, Coach, for getting to the championship, and hopefully we get to interview you next week with another victory.
Well, let's hope so. Thank you.
All righty. That was Coach Scott Payne. We'll have the head coach here for Polo soon whenever Coach Alston gets up here. In the meantime, we'll take just a quick break.
I chose the MDH OBGYN group because I've heard wonderful things about Dr. Smith. And upon entering the office, I really got along with everybody and got a warm feeling and inviting and welcoming. It's a small community, so it's a really nice hospital to have here in the rural area. I continue to choose MDH because of the relationships I have. I really enjoy everybody here.
Dry needling is where you insert a filiform needle into a muscle, a tendon, a ligament, sometimes a bone, and it promotes blood flow and circulation so that it heals that particular painful area.
Some farmers I know swear by a name, say they'd never operate anything else. Well, here are a few names for my Fendt 900 Gen 6 series. Fuel Saver, Time Maximizer, Game Changer. I like those names.
At Country Financial, we enjoy serving the community in which we live, big or small.
I love living in the Blandonsville area. It's where I grew up, went to school, and decided to raise my family. I never had a desire to live or work anywhere other than in a small town. I feel lucky to help my longtime friends and neighbors with their insurance needs. It's like working with family every day.
I'm Brett Powell, your local Country Financial representative, whose door is always open to work with you.
Well, I've always had an interest in the medical field, and then growing up, I actually went through physical therapy myself for an injury, and that got me back to playing my sports and the activities that I loved. So seeing that firsthand, I got to see how much physical therapy could really benefit others.
At Western Illinois University, leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there is limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
MTC Communications is building a high-speed fiber network in our community, and we're putting priority on the areas with the greatest interest. That means we need your input to let us know you want us to build fiber in your area first. Experience the speed and convenience of fiber internet by visiting our special website and registering. Let us know you want fiber internet today and make your voice heard.
We're always moving. Scratch that. We're always moving forward. But forward can sometimes look a little backwards. Or like circles. Or like nothing at all. But we never stop. We never stop because life never stops. It's hard to stop a train.
I chose the MDH OBGYN group because I've heard wonderful things about Dr. Smith. And upon entering the office, I really got along with everybody and got a warm feeling. The staff is warm and inviting and welcoming. It's a small community, so it's a really nice hospital to have here in the rural area. I continue to choose MDH because of the relationships I have. I really enjoy everybody here.
Working at MDH feels special to me because I'm also from a small community like MDH, and I love to be able to care for communities like this and be able to give them high standards of excellence with medical care as possible. You know, some people like to take more of a medical approach to their care, some people like to take more of a holistic, and I just want to be able to make their plan of care as individualized as possible.
At Western Illinois University, leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there is limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
Working at MDH feels special to me because I'm also from a small community like MDH, and I love to be able to care for communities like this and be able to give them high standards of excellence with medical care as possible. You know, some people like to take more of a medical approach to their care, some people like to take more of a holistic, and I just want to be able to make their plan of care as individualized as possible.
And welcome back to TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Amboy Clippers take this one 40-6 up here with Coach Alston. Well, not really the result that you wanted, but overall another great year for this 8-man program.
Yeah, I mean, obviously this leaves a sour taste in the kids' mouths, and we thought we had a really good week of practice. We thought we were pretty prepared, but you know, they just do what they do so well, and physically we just could not match up with them up front. And you know, obviously started the game in a rough way with the fumble on the first play, and yeah, so give Amboy credit. They played really well and took advantage of what they could against us, and we just couldn't really respond.
Especially kind of up front in that defensive line really had an issue with the quickness of that offensive line from Amboy. However, you were able to later down in the game finally lock in and get some better stops.
Yeah, I thought, you know, I was very proud of the kids at halftime. You know, their heads were pretty down, which you can imagine, and kind of challenged them. Let's just go out there and, you know, we're not going to quit. So I was proud of how they came back out and played pretty hard in the second half defensively, I thought.
Especially even on the offensive side. You know, we've all been there with some games that are really just kind of bad at that first half, coming out and having some great passing catches and some great runs by Fernandez, and especially that insane catch by Dewey out towards that corner. Just kind of showed that, you know, hey, it is what it is. We're at least going to have fun out here.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. That's what we told them. You know, let's just go out there and have fun at your last half. You know, try to win that half and enjoy, you know, what's going to be your last game of the season. So, yeah, I was glad for D'Lo that he was able to score a touchdown there, and we were able to put some points on the board.
So looking forward towards next year, still have a lot of especially juniors coming in towards seniors, so you get a lot of, you know, experience, just especially down on that offensive line. A lot of experience coming through into next year. Hopefully keep it up that, hey, you know, didn't happen exactly how we wanted to, but still semifinals is something to achieve. Be proud of that. Let's get the finals next year.
Yeah, we want to, you know, obviously give them some time out, but really start getting getting prepared for next year in the weight room, and we do have some nice size coming back, and a couple pretty good skill players coming back, and we've got a fresh soft team that's got some nice players as well. So hopefully we can put together a group next year that will be, you know, competitive again, and you know, make Polo proud.
All right, well, congrats on another great year here at the Polo program. Looking for another one next year.
Thank you.
All righty. Well, for TSSR Game Time Live, sent by MDH, Ken Suter alongside Tegan Perry, we will see you next week at the Monmouth final game.